Okay, guys, about to talk about something very personal. And I know that some hardcore fans, whether you're Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo, might click off of this, but just bear in mind. Okay. These corporations really need to be held accountable, whether it's Sony, Xbox, or Nintendo. These three big corporations has been greedy for far too long. And it's really created this toxic environment when it comes to the gaming industry. The state of the gaming industry is really bad. And I know that you are a fan of Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo. But what we need to understand is that we need accountability for these three corporations and their greediness. Their greediness is saturating this gaming industry, and we are just getting fed up with it. We need to send a message to these big corporations that we don't want greedy or corporate mandate games. The past 10 years, whether it was loot boxes, battle passes, microtransactions, it's just wasting our time. And time is precious to us. There's also the issue of AI taking over creativity. And this is not right. And these big corporations are trying to mandate these insane mandates that developers always have to follow, and they just ruin their creativity. There seriously needs to be more creative freedom and less corporate mandate, because when you get rid of the creativity part, it just saturates the gaming industry. And we really need some unique and new ideas to the table. Whether it's continuing something and making it back to its roots, or making something new entirely. Creativity is a vacuum that we all have. I believe every single developer has the right to express it. Obviously, there's certain mandates like making sure that we don't go too far off to the gaming formula. I get that. And I also know that developers need creative freedom also. We just need we just need to let these developers flourish, because when we interrupt their development, it makes their jobs a lot harder. And I'm very personal with this. These developers deserve so much more than this. I mean, just there's so much corporation with these companies nowadays that it's just becoming saturated and unattainable. So, and thing is, I don't even know what the solution to this is. We definitely need to boycott these corporations to make sure that these developers have creative freedom. Because if corporations are just going to make things worse and make the development hellish, like really bad hellish development, that just leads to so many horror stories that developers have to go through and they have to talk about out loud. I mean, there is developers that are coming out of these horror stories, and it is beyond insanity that these big corporations has the big say so with when it comes to these developers. This is such a monumental task. There's no easy solution to corporate mandates. Maybe the government could maybe step in, like maybe put some limits of what these corporations can get away with. But I don't know, man. I just wish there was a way to stop these corporations from getting away with it. I mean, the only thing I can really think of is just stop giving them money. Stop supporting something that you know that's just going to end up trash. And maybe if enough of us just stop buying these consoles that are just overpriced, with microtransactions, loot boxes, battle passes, maybe if enough of us actually stops buying this stuff, maybe they'll get the hint finally. Because these big corporations need a reality check, and we need to make sure we hit hard enough so these corporations finally learn a lesson to not be greedy.